How are you doing tonight, Professor Xerox?
I'm pretty good.
You good?
Pretty good.
All right. Is it
Yeah.
raining down there?
It's not raining. It rained 2 days ago,
It's
and it
raining
was
here.
actually hailing. It's raining there.
We've got some rain here, and not only do we have some rain, I've got my guitar right here. I'd like to play a little ditty for you. Would you like that?
I would love that.
It goes like this. Oh, let's take it downtown. Let's make it go round. Get lost and deep down. Relax and unwind. The deep and profound. I said, let's take it downtown. Bada, 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 bada. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, let's take it downtown. Bada, 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 bada. Tell me that you're ready to get down. Start the party, gonna get down. Hear the music in the background. Oh, start rocking to the sound. Now tell me that you're ready to get. You better get down. So let's take it downtown. Bada, 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 bada. Tell me that you're ready to get down. Let's start the party, gonna get down. Hear the music in the background. Excuse me. Start rocking to the sound. Now tell me that you're ready to get. You better get down. You better get down. Someone's knocking at my door, Professor. Can I go check on that real quick?
Of course, Crime Dog. So while Crime Dog is away, I just want to thank you guys for coming. Hopefully, you're enjoying the stream and just having a good night because we're live. And it's always a good night when you're live. So keep coming back. Keep watching the stream. Keep subscribing. Hopefully you're doing good. I'm just down here in Nesfro. Yeah, it rained a couple days ago and I was actually hiking and it started hailing and got a little bit wet, but what can you do about it?
Well, sorry about that. My phone rang and I had somebody knock at the door. And I mean, it's busy over here at the Crime Dog Studios, and I realize it looks like my kitchen, but hey, sometimes you got to do, double duty. And you see that right there? You never know when you're going to need blue tape. You know what else I got around here? I'm going to show you.
What do you got?
I lost it. Oh, I lost it already. I'll find it later. Oh, well. So
is everything okay?
No, well, no, it's not okay. That's why I go to therapy. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it'll be okay. But let me bring this down. Let me bring this down for you. It goes.
Okay.
So I call that G minor. And although it has nothing to do with G minor, I still call it G minor. So, would you like to hear a story tonight?
I'd love to hear a story.
Okay, but here's the thing. Thanksgiving's long gone.
Mhm.
But I think that we've got a lot to be thankful for in 2021. And, hopefully we can get through this pandemic thing. And this is a story that delves into thankfulness, right? And I wrote it a couple years ago, and it was in the middle of a letter I wrote to a prime minister called Iridu Ozona. And he was leading his country, the Zambezi Federation Nation, on the continent of Zambezi, on the planet Rawhead in the galaxy of chaos, to be more specific. It would have been a whole lot easier back on Earth, but suddenly there were alternative facts to contend with, and I didn't feel like I could compete with flat Earth. So I conjured up this faraway galaxy for a mortal beyond a portal and a neon blast cast into forever. And the more I wrote, the more I realized that I didn't know what I was doing and that it never would be a novel. So I wrote a letter. All right. Would you like to hear it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it.
Badass. Oh, they know the man. But what they know is conjecture and hearsay. Good night, Mr. Prime Minister. I need to get some sleep now. I've got work to do in the morning. In the morning, I awake, and my take on the struggle of life is quite unique. But so, too, is each and every take on the struggle to exist. My environment is toxic, and my condition is cause for alarm. I'm tired of the battle with my condition. It has thoroughly wore me down, and the mites that eat at me are very small. When I told Dr. Goldberg they were microbial, he corrected me. Then he said I should use Dove soap to battle the bugs. Excuse me. He was able to surmise with his own eyes, through my lies, that I didn't have bugs. What I had was a condition born of something else. Perhaps an addiction to heroin, he may have concluded. I had my own conclusions to make, and by the time I'd gone to see the doctor, I'd tried many things to battle the pestilence. I didn't know what to do. I used flea and tick shampoo. Now here it is all these months later, still infested, only wishing it was fleas and ticks. Those I can see, and when they move on the skin, it makes perfect sense because they are visible. But when what moves on my skin is invisible, I'm thoroughly tormented. But I don't have a lot of time to get into the bugs right now. Perhaps I will send you out the Warren files. They offer a more in-depth look into my microbial infestation. Wretched. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and today I gave thanks. I also went down to Cape Fauntleroy on Rock Point Bay to volunteer at St. Paul de Vincent's. I took my cousin Kinzer with me so he could help. I try to go a couple of days, and this year it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yesterday I took the near-frozen turkeys and removed one of them from its bag, using the large sink that sits against the wall in the kitchen. I pulled the plastic off after I sliced it open with a knife. The birds are too frozen to pull the necks out of the body cavity, so I run warm water into the cavity and let it rest there for a while. As I do, I open up other birds and remove the plastic. It didn't take long for the turkeys to begin to thaw. When the necks were removed along with the giblets, I salted the cavities lightly and put them in roasting bags, sitting in a pan. And there is a bowl of herbs on the table that I rub each bird with before I add a couple of cups of water to the bag and zip tie it closed. Then I place it in the oven. Meanwhile, all around me, people are working. Some of them are volunteers, and others are employees. Mary's my age, somewhere around 50, and she is the boss. Stephen has been to prison, and like Mary, has struggled with drugs in the past. Keith had volunteered for many years before they finally hired him last year. His many trips to the Rock Point County Jail have added up to a lot of hours of community service. Larry smiles when he sees me, and I'm not sure if he gets paid like the others, but he's always there when I show up. Then there are the volunteers, and of these there are several types. One is first-timers, and another is once-a-year volunteers. Others come in several times a year, and that's what I try to do. Then there are the regulars, and they show up every week. There's a divide that separates the sane from the insane, a line that is crossed. When the door is open, the two mingle for a while, and not much separates the two sides. They go back and forth according to mental capacity and the ability to withstand psychological turmoil. Mental illness is a condition, a state of mind that normal eludes. I found what it means to know mental illness. My mind was telling me something was wrong, very wrong. I listened closely to the signs and found a place where I couldn't see straight, knowing I wasn't okay. I couldn't drink it away in the smoke I was token on a path that was broken by spoken word, battling the absurd, taunted me. But this time, the struggle was internal, born of what I do to myself to erase the worries of my world. Little by little, my habits were forced to take a back seat to my sobriety. I couldn't take the pain anymore, so I put my pipe away and just said no to the alcohol. Slowly, I began to feel better, and there were days when I started to feel normal. I didn't want much, but life began to ask me some questions. I didn't know all the answers, but I did know that I needed to stand up for myself. In the process, I got hurt several times over, but each time I've gotten back up to face my life. I have become a mystery that has perplexed my peers, facing my fears and an enigma to behold from a story to be told. Hot and cold, big and bold, bought and sold, silver and gold, iron and fold, I'm getting old. But the war of words never ends. Anyway, this morning, I went back to Cape Fauntleroy and helped out. It's like a madhouse in there. Volunteers were everywhere. I found a few things to do, like move chairs and wash pots and put them away. Then I helped mash the potatoes and put them in a warmer over a layer of steaming hot water in a double boiler. And there I sat in Cape Fauntleroy, pulling turkey from the bones across at a table across from my cousin. I sat next to someone who looked like someone else I know. A friend once told me there's a name for that and called it doppelganger. I tried to remember who this person looked like, but I couldn't remember. And later, when I finally did, I wasn't completely sure if I had the right match. And when I serve lunch, I look at the dirty faces and the rotten teeth with mannerisms of telltale signs in those long lines to get a little something to eat. And I wonder why I'm not in their shoes, living in the cold where addiction has a hold on the psyche, where every day is lost in broken dreams and there is no light at the end of a tunnel, no job and a shower hard to come by. The idea of self-worth seldom crosses the mind, and some of the most compelling conversations have no one left to hear them. The wind howls over the icy slabs of concrete where people meet and discuss a place to stay. When the moon fades under a cloudy veil before the lightning with the thunder and the ice-cold hail, they shiver in the dark with stark notions of what they used to be in reflection of life's rejection and wonder, how could this happen to me? There they sing a little song and the weather seemed to sing along. Howling wind, hail and rain, no one alive can feel my pain. There's no more tears, but still I cry just like thunder from the sky. Lightning bolts from blackened night, where with a flash I see the light. Oh, help me, Lord, I sing and pray. I just had a miserable day. Help me soar and fly so high. Help me, Lord, to kiss the sky where the stars twinkle and shine at night. Let me be a ray of light. Teach me how to fight this fight. Help me make it through this night of howling wind, hail, and rain. No one alive can feel my pain. I just watched another day of strain, so help me, Lord, to understand this pain beyond the howling wind, hail, and rain. I'm thankful and have a plate of food. And as I watch those around me having a meal or tending to the homeless, but not all of them are homeless. Some just like to eat their Thanksgiving dinner at St. Paul de Vincent's. And earlier this morning, when I had just arrived, I was sucking on a cough drop, and I looked around at all the people sitting there on the hard, cold cement slabs and wondered how many of them would like a cough drop. Almost all of them, Mr. Prime Minister. Happy Thanksgiving. Sincerely. McGriff, the crime dog. Let me give you a little ditty. Goes with that. Goes like this. I always like that little thing at the end, that harmonic. But anyway, that's our story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget your blue tape. It'll come in handy. You don't, and it removes easily. And I just want to thank you all for being out there. And if you're struggling, or if you know someone who's struggling, then be sure to, incorporate some of your kindness and just let them know that you're there and that you care, and that things are going to get better, because that's, it doesn't stay the same forever. So anyway, I appreciate
Thank you, Crime Dog. Thank you, Crime Dog, for coming on to the show. That was incredible. You add so much every time you come on. So
thanks for having me once again. And let's I guess I'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah.
Doubleheader again? Another doubleheader?
Another doubleheader.
Another doubleheader. All right. So that sounds
This is just the beginning. Okay.
All right. Let's sign off right there. Thank you so much. And thanks for letting me play my guitar, because it's part of my therapy. And I'm suffer with that mental illness thing. And that helps me get into a place where I can feel a little bit better. And especially when the music sounds really good, it's very healing. Right. And I can hear it. I can go, oh my God, I just hit it right there. And there's times when I go, my God, what was that? That was terrible. So when I do hit it, I'm happy about that, because you know what? It's homemade, brother. That's what I do. Homemade ditties.
All right.
All right, Professor Xerox. Yeah. Next time.